Hi there, Nigel Saunders here. We're back for part 2 of repotting my needle juniper, my Blade Runner replicant. Let's get out the tools and start repotting here in the bonsai zone. My goal is to recreate the bonsai trees shown in the original movie Blade Runner. This tree has a lot of roots that need sorting out, so I want to put it in a bigger pot, a mica pot that won't crack in winter, and develop the tree into a classic Japanese style like in the movie Blade Runner. This is the pot that I want to use for my needle juniper. It's a nice mica pot so it won't crack in the cold Canadian winters. And I'll repot my asparagus fern that's in this pot into a clay pot because it goes inside for the winter. I'll start the repotting by getting the asparagus fern out of the pot. So I'll try lifting it up. Try. There we go. Oh yeah. Now we'll take the pot away and check out the roots. Wow. That's really pot bound. Wow, that's a lot of roots. I'm amazed. Wow. Okay, so let's start raking out the root system and see what we're left with. So here I go. I'll start from the top and we'll rake in a radial pattern starting from the center and raking outwards. It got really cool here last night. Got down to 1 degree Celsius, so just above freezing, and there was a risk of frost, so you know, it's still too early to put the tropical trees out. I usually have to wait till the end of May before it's safe to put them out. And even then, I still have to keep an eye on the weather because we can get frost in June for sure. So yeah, I'm a real weather watcher once my tropical trees go outside. So we'll be ripping a lot of roots here. I mean, it's such a jam-packed root base that I'll just have to rake, and those roots that get ripped apart will get ripped apart. We'll just see if we can reduce this down and comb them out. The roots look really healthy, so that's one good thing. The tree wasn't really suffering, or not really a tree, but a plant. Sure did well on this soil. You get little potato-like roots on the asparagus fern. Yeah, there's a lot of roots that have wrapped around the pot. You can see some of these long ones, they'll all get cut off, so I'm not too worried about tearing them. I can see the soil's a little dry on the inside here. That's as I said, this plant was tucked away in the corner of the plant room and I couldn't really reach it, and so it just got watered with the sprayer, and I probably missed a few spots here. It really needs, you know, a good soaking with the watering can every now and then, but I just couldn't reach it. So yeah, it's been a little neglected, this. But we'll get it back in shape. I'm just working a section at a time, patiently combing them out. I'm making good progress on the root system, but I still have some work to go. I'm just trying to get it all untangled, get rid of all these stones I put in the bottom. Not a real quiet Friday afternoon, but not too bad either. There's always a bit of traffic noise. Bit of rooster noise. Usually some sirens, some trains. You know, the usual. I've got all the roots combed out now, so you can see how long they are. So I'll give them a wash just to hydrate them, keep them moist, and then we'll try it out in the pot. I'm going to try it out in its new pot and see how it looks. So I don't know where the front was anymore. Who knows? Yeah, so maybe somewhere there, I think. I don't know. I'll check around for a front. Yeah, it's a pretty big pot for it, but I think it'll be okay. I think it'll look all right. Might give us a little more area for some landscaping. I don't know. I've got my drainage screens in the pot, so now I'll fill it up with a base layer of soil. Holding my breath. Next, I'll build up a mound of soil that I can position the plant or the tree over top of. Before I position the tree, I'm going to cut off some of these really long roots that are hanging down. I'll just use a pair of scissors. These are kind of fleshy roots, so they're fairly easy to cut through. That looks good there. So now, I do have to pick the front of this plant. Thinking maybe somewhere about here. And position it in the soil. So I made my mound off center and to the back of the pot, just to give it a little more of a landscape type feel with some surface soil in front of the tree here. So I'll try and kind of fan my roots out here. And see how it looks from the front. So I'm looking at it from the front now, and my first impressions, it's quite tall and skinny. I might try and spread the roots out more to give a more tapered trunk, possibly. Maybe tall and skinny's good, I don't know. Doesn't look bad. I don't mind the position in the pot. I could maybe move it a little more towards the center. So I'll do that. Yeah, I think that's good. So I'll try spreading the roots out a bit and see if I can get a little more flare at the base there. And then I think I'll be filling it in with soil. So I've spread the roots out a bit more. I like that better. And I was thinking that maybe the tree could be lifted in the pot a bit. I'll show you what that looks like. So I think that's what I'll do. I'll have to build that mound up a little more underneath the plant. And I'll have to mix up some more soil to fill the pot in. I've run out of soil again, so I'll be doing that. I've mixed up some more soil. So I've got the tree a little higher now, and I'm just going to position it. And bring it to the back a bit. Making sure all the roots are into the soil. That looks pretty good there. I'm going to fill it in with soil. This soil is half perlite and half turfus, and I've sifted it to get rid of the dust, so I get a 3 to 4 millimeter particle size. So I'll just start working it into the roots now. I might have to add a little more soil in. It's as I work the soil into the roots, the soil level goes down quite a bit. Add some more soil in that corner. I'm just checking the tree from back here. I've kind of lost a bit of my root flare when I put the soil up. You don't see that, you know, those surface roots kind of spreading down into the soil as much. I think as the tree, as the roots grow and take hold, you'll see more of a flare at the base. And the pot, it looks a little big for the tree right now, but once that canopy starts growing again, it's gonna fill in. It'll get really big, and I can, prune quite a large umbrella canopy on top of the tree. So I don't think the pot, it definitely won't be too big, that's for sure. I kind of like the color of the pot. It sort of matches the color of the roots or the trunk. It's a similar tone. I think with some green moss on the surface of the soil and a bigger canopy, it's going to look quite good again. So I'll look forward to developing it over the summer, that's for sure. So I think I'd better get it watered and then put it back inside the plant room. All right, here I go with the watering. It'll probably take quite a bit of water to soak all this soil. There's a lot of soil in here. I have a feeling this plant is going to really grow this summer. In this new soil, bigger pot, it's going to take off like the weed that it is. I finished potting the asparagus fern, freeing up the pot that I want to use in my needled juniper. So I'll get this back inside on the bench and let it recover. With my mica pot freed up, I can now plant my needled juniper into this pot. That's the end of part 2. I'm Nigel Saunders. Thanks for watching here in the Bonsai Zone.